I think it's actually a very healthy indicator that I am human and that it hurts to be lonely.
People mishandled you just because maybe it was you.
One thing that has helped me to not feel ashamed of that is by removing the expectations that life has of us, kind of like create my own timeline.
I'm 29. I've been chronically single, really dated anybody.
So I'm 25 years old, not been in an actual legitimate relationship.
31. I've never had a boyfriend, and I used to be so embarrassed, so ashamed, and I just want you to know that it's okay to feel sad and to feel lonely.
Welcome back to More to Life. Before I get into this video, like, comment, subscribe. Also, smash that notification bell just to be sure you get all my videos as soon as I release them. Let's get into this.
Okay, so here's the deal. I'm 27. I've never been in a romantic relationship before. I have not even held hands with someone romantically before. But when you've been single for your entire life, you start learning how to live with the ache of loneliness as like a constant 24/7 companion. I love who I am. I love what I'm creating, and I feel very fulfilled and steady within myself. But there is still an ache somewhere in the void of my heart. And I'm pretty sure that it will never go away. And I don't think that this ache is a weakness. I don't think it's an indicator that there is something within me that needs more healing or that I'm doing something wrong. I think it's actually a very healthy indicator that I am human and that it hurts to be lonely. And I'm learning how to hold my ache side by side with my joy. It's been very beautiful to witness the agony of my loneliness being coupled with the extreme gratitude.
That's the wild thing, right? Because when you're a lady, when you're a woman, you sit there and you expect a man to approach you. I'm sure she still believes the dream of Prince Charming. She's sitting there waiting. Oh, I know the guy's going to come. But she was never showed how to be conversational, how to spark conversation. You can tell in the way she's explaining her loneliness, like, do something about it. Conversate with people. But I'll tell you the truth. What's going to hurt you your entire life? I'm looking at it right now. Everybody sees it. You look fat. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to play her. I'm not trying to disrespect her. But she does. A guy's going to see you and continue going the other way. It's true. You're plain Jane. Usually women know how to put makeup on. Great. They usually cake it up. But you don't even know how to put makeup on. I mean, I'm looking at the way you dress right now, your sweater. It's a lot of things you need to fix. Maybe you need to go to one of those style gurus. They got them on TikTok. And maybe they'll design you for free because you need some serious help. You do. You need to be able to attract the man. That's what you need. And you haven't learned that. Maybe you don't have a mom around that's dresses sexy. Maybe you haven't seen that growing up from women that were involved in your life, but that's hurting you. I'm telling you straight up, it's killing you.
Gratitude and happiness I have to be alive as myself in this world, living this bizarre human experience. And it's not always easy. Sometimes it feels really, really hard, really painful, feels very much in my face. But I'm learning how to flow with it. Like when it wants more attention, I give it more attention. When it just wants to couple along with me as I go about my day-to-day things, I allow it to be there. It is more like a friend than a foe to me at this point. And if I do eventually find someone that I think, hey, I'd like to do life with you, I think that my ability to hold space and compassion for such deep emotions is something really amazing and cool that I specifically bring to the table of our relationship. For you who is holding that ache of loneliness, I see you and I validate how heartbreaking and devastating it can feel on a daily basis. And I love you.
Yeah, she's going to go through it for much longer. She's 27. She's pushing 30 soon. It's going to come like that. You need a makeover. You do. You need to be glammed up. Do something. Because what you're doing every day, it's not working. And you're never going to find that guy like... I say it like this. You can find a plain Joe, but would you want him? If you want him, I think you deserve a chance. A guy should give you a chance, but there's only one thing. Men are not dating anymore. She's going through this as men are saying no mas. So not only are men saying no mas, they see you and go, no mas. No.
Hi guys. I have a message for you. This is a vulnerable message. If you're like me and the majority of your life you've been single, like in high school you were never the girl that was in the long-term relationship. In college you didn't get the boyfriend. In your early 20s you were just kind of bumping your head all over the place trying to figure it out, but you were still single. You may have had a few relationships here and there, but you were never in a long-term relationship. This message is for you. Stop telling yourself you're not the one who gets chosen, because when you say that to yourself, you're basically speaking it into the atmosphere. The Bible says that life and death lies in the power of one's tongue. So when you continue to speak something, it becomes true. And that's not true. Just because you had a few mishaps, because people mishandled you, just because maybe it was you. Because I know in moments there was me. I picked wrong because I didn't know how to pick properly. Nobody told me the right people to pick, right? So I did pick wrong. But that doesn't mean that I couldn't learn, or I can't learn now how to pick properly. So now I'm in the game, coach. I am inspired. I know the only reason I'm single now is because I just haven't come across the person who is actually serious. Because let me tell you something. If the right man came right now, today, on this day, and was ready to settle down, oh baby, I'm ready. Oh baby, I'm picking him. Oh baby, I'm in the game. So I just want to tell you, stop telling yourself that you're not the one who gets chosen. That's not true. That is a lie. Dig up those roots, heal, and just think positively. Start changing the narrative of your thoughts. It starts in the mind. Start now. Start today. We're not entering 2023 with that mindset. Start now.
I like the way she's thinking, but this is the thing. I'm looking at the way you look. Again, I'm sorry. A man is a visible creature. That's what does it for a man. A man's going to look you up and down as I'm doing right now. And what do I see? I see the nose ring. Deflector. You're picking nose boogers out your nose with the ring without even trying, right? You got the hooper rings, and not even the hooper rings. That's fine, right? It's fine. You got your own hair. That's cool. I'm looking at that t-shirt you have on right now. Actually, I say stepping out the house like that is fine, because a man will see you and say, yeah, she comes out like this. She's pretty. I'll go for it. But this is the thing. I see size. I don't know if that's cleavage I'm seeing with your size, but I see it in your face. Listen, ladies, you have to work on yourself. That's what the great Kevin Samuels was most famous for. All the time. What would he say? And even Kendra G says it now, and every dating show does it now, because that explains exactly why you're single. And for what I'm seeing right here, I can't see your full body now, because you're not showing a full body picture, but I'm looking in your face and I see why you're single. Now, what you're saying is good. You got the power of the tongue. Yes, that's very true. But you'd also have to be presentable.
As a 20-something single girl that has never been in a relationship, I have to say lately
Hold up. Before you continue, you're 20-something? Guys, I'm sorry. Oh, man. No hope. I'm not trying to play her. She looks at least 50. Guys, I'm not trying to be funny. She doesn't look 50. It's that strong jawbone. I see why guys think she's a grandma. Guys are thinking, wait, oh man, she has a heart. Let me let her talk.
Lately, I feel very seen because I see more women and girls talking about it, and I don't feel like an outsider, which was kind of the case when I was a bit younger. I'm 27 currently, never been in a relationship.
I wonder why.
And I do think it's actually more common than people realize. But before, I never heard people talking about it, and now I see more posts and more
Not only does she have the old face, is that pearl she has on? I'm telling you, these ladies, man, they need a wardrobe change. All of the ladies I've seen so far, I see the issue.
And more TikToks that's like, hey, there's nothing wrong with me. And I know it sounds a bit weird, but I know that shame plays a big role in this, and also feeling like there's something wrong with you. And let me tell you something, girl, there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. If you also can relate to this, it hasn't happened because it hasn't happened yet. I can kind of understand why shame plays a role because, yes, overall, people do try to experiment or experience love, romance, etc. in their late teens, in their 20s. But it also feels that society tells us we need to do certain things by a certain age. Otherwise, something is wrong with you. That's just really not the case. One thing that has helped me to not feel ashamed of that is by removing the expectations that life has of us and kind of like create my own timeline.
Wonder you stayed single.
You know what's the wild thing? I think all the girls so far are maybe decent girls, right? But they're being lied to. That's what's happening. They're being lied to. And I don't blame it on them. I blame it on the families. I do. Because for so long, for so many years, fathers too, they do this as well. They tell their daughters, no, you're my baby girl. But what happens is they tell them you're fine the way you are. If you have a father that's present in your life, because I don't blame the moms. Sometimes the moms, they pat you on the back. They always pamper you. A man, though, if this was my daughter, I'd see her go. I would see she was single. She'll go out the house and say, come here, go change. Wouldn't have her dressed like a 3 or 4. Take the pearls off your neck. Whatever that shirt is, don't wear that. It looks like she's wearing grandma's shirt. Don't wear grandma's shirt outside. Dress younger. Dress more in and do your makeup better. You look like a 50-year-old woman if you're doing your makeup like that, it's all wrong, right? Maybe go with some lip gloss or something. Make yourself look younger. Like seriously, the way you are right now, the way what I'm looking at right now, you need to do whatever possible to make yourself look as young as possible. I'm telling you guys, I'm about to be for ladies, I'm about to design y'all because I would help. I'm gonna tell you the truth because I'm looking at you right now and I know why you're chronically single. And with men holding the line so strong, women like this have no chance. That's the wild thing about this day and age. And they don't see it. So like the other woman, she was, oh, you know, that feeling I feel of loneliness, you're going to feel it for much longer. There's no one is in your life is telling you the truth. Oh, get that job. Keep working. A man's gonna come. The money ain't gonna bring the man. You are gonna bring the man.
He ain't lying.
Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it's never going to happen. It's just all divine timing. But also removing men and romantic relationships from the pedestal and basically put myself on the pedestal and pursue myself has also really helped. And it doesn't mean that I never desire a romantic relationship or wanting to date. I just don't see it.
See, that's what it is too. They're feminists. They're single, not working on themselves. Because herself looks like she may need to hit the gym. I'm not trying to shame guys. I'm telling the truth. No one is telling them the truth.
Don't see it as a top priority right now because there are other things in life that I can also pursue. So what I've been pursuing in the meantime is myself, maintaining friendships with specifically women, trying to figure out my career, etc. And also kind of have this mindset of I should really start living my life regardless of my relationship status and not when I am in a relationship or when I'm married. And also, my value and my worth isn't determined by my relationship status because I am worthy because I am me. It isn't tied to any external factor. Because if I would have the mindset of, oh, I can only start my life if I am in a relationship or if I'm married, I would not be the woman that I am today because I would actually be missing out on so many things. The things I've pursued by myself, the friendships that I've created, the jobs that I would have had and not think like, okay, I cannot do a certain job or I cannot do a certain thing because otherwise men are going to think XYZ of me and yada yada. And that's just, it's really going to hold you back. But I'm still open. Desire is there whenever I feel it. I validate myself because I'm a human being. I cannot romance myself and I'm still a lover girl. So girl, I'm not going to tell you that it's going to come when you least expect it. But I do want you to feel and to know that there is absolutely nothing wrong with you. And just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it's never going to happen. Eventually, it's all kind of divine timing, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. It is more common than you realize. And I hope more women speak up about it because why not?
She has no hope. She's saying divine timing, and I can see the issues.
I have a question for those of you that are like me and have never been in a relationship before, but date and are trying to find connections with people. So when the topic or the conversation around previous relationships comes up, whether that's on the first date or...
This girl right here has a nervous energy. She does. I'd be around her and try to make her feel comfortable because she's nervous. Like, she's not lying. Like, she has the looks like you would think, oh wow, she's been with a lot of guys, but she's so nervous. That's how I can tell she's not used to that arena, right? Let me let her talk.
First date or a little bit later down the road, how do you express confidently that you've never been in a relationship? Because now that I'm dating more, that topic is coming up more, and lately it's been on first dates that combo comes up. Without me bringing it up, the guy just asks me about my past relationships, and I tell the truth. And when I first was getting more into dating, it was a hard thing for me to acknowledge or confess or admit to. I would like pause for a while and be like, I've never been in a relationship before, and I'd come off very shameful about it, so it came off very insecure. But now I'm very confident when I express it, and I just say, you know what, like, I've actually never been in a relationship before. It's just something that hasn't happened for me yet. I was a late bloomer in dating, and I haven't dated much, and a relationship hasn't happened. So I'm much more confident in how I answer. But I'm just wondering how you guys or other people that are in the same boat as me, how you say that to the people you're dating, and how do they respond to it? Because most of the people that I've been on dates with that I talked to that about have had really amazing responses, which has honestly shocked me, because for most of my life I just assumed it would be seen as a negative thing. One guy recently was like, oh, there must be something wrong with you, but he was like joking, so I don't know if he actually thinks it's a negative thing. But obviously I know on here it's more common to be in this boat because I've made connections with y'all. So yeah, I just want to know how you guys respond to that question.
See, she's not gonna have a problem. Only thing with her, she's nervous. She needs somebody that's understanding, because she's like she's gonna crumble at any moment. She's just gonna break down and start crying. I don't know why. You guys feel that too, right? Let me know I'm not the only one, but yeah, she has a chance though. You see her, she has her hair done up. She has a t-shirt on, but you can tell from the way her makeup looks, she's pretty. She doesn't have the same issues as the other girls, and she's getting more dates than the other girls. And you can clearly see why. You can see it. Her only problem is the conversation. Like, that's minor. You're in the game, right? These other women are not in the game. And you're proof as to what women want. Because you guys, you see her, the one you're looking at right now. A lot of you guys would say, I would date her just off looks alone, right? Because you don't know who she is. But still, off looking at her, pretty. Don't look like an old lady. Don't look fat in the face. A1, second date, third date, you realize she hasn't been in dates like that, a virgin. If you're smart, I'm telling you now, guys, if you're smart, you'll get someone like this and hold on to it. Why? Because I can tell she's not lying. Just off how nervous she is while talking. Like, you know, you can see it. She's most likely a virgin at that. And so you get that first, you know, you got to keep that. But still, guys don't believe, as she said, she has guys talking to her like, I don't believe you because she's so bad. Guys can't imagine. But there are a few still out there.
How crazy perspective is. I am 29. I've been chronically single for the past 3 years. I haven't even really dated anybody. I'm living alone. I don't really have a job. I'm trying to make being a content creator full-time, and I'm constantly stressed out about everything and comparing myself to people all the time. And I'm going to be 30 in a few months. I moved to the Philippines, and I'm extremely lonely here, and I can't find...
Man, she moved to the Philippines. Whew. She has to settle for a Filipino. Filipino guys would wrap her right up. Only thing, she doesn't have any money, but still, these Filipino guys love white women. So you're chronically single because you don't want to date a Filipino guy. I don't see why not. Men do it, right? I'm dating a Filipina. You're in the Philippines. Date a Filipino. Why not?
Here, and I can't find a community or friends, and I feel very, very isolated here, especially being on the other side of the world. I've had a severe ear infection. I was at the hospital and I couldn't surf for a week, so I was feeling very mentally low, down, and I couldn't move my body, and I even got food poisoning. Or I get to travel the world and go to surf spots all over because I started posting on TikTok over 2 years ago, and I'm so grateful that I constantly have money coming in from here and other platforms. I've been single for quite some time, but I also haven't allowed any toxicity or any negative energy to come into my life. That I put so much focus onto myself and my business, me love myself, and really has made me have such an appreciation that I never had my whole entire life. In the Philippines too means my cost of living is extremely low. So living off of my savings and the money that comes in, I can live a...
Yeah, she's chasing the dream. So a man is not going to want to get involved with that, right? You're saying, oh, I'm doing this, I'm surfing. You're probably trying to have a big surf career and make it big on YouTube, which you can do it. More power to you. I'm not hating on you, but you don't have any time for a man. You don't. You just said it. I don't have time. Because, I'll give you an example. Me, I'm out here. I'm over here. I don't hang around expats all day, but I'm married. I have family. I make my wife's company is my company, so I'm fine. But when you don't make time for things, really a man is going to say, I don't have time for you. And most definitely, you may get lucky. A foreigner may come over here and realize you're the one, but most foreigners are coming over here and getting with Filipinas. And compared to a Filipina, you're no competition. They're going to say to you, no mas.
To the people that are in relationships, as somebody who is chronically single, I just have one question. Are you guys settling? Are you guys settling? Because I just feel like, so I'm 25 years old. I genuinely, when I say I am chronically single, I have not been in an actual legitimate relationship that I can be like, Mom and Dad, this is my boyfriend since I was in high school. Situationships, sure. Terrible people, honestly, who I've dated in the past, no offense. But I just I feel like, I'm putting myself out there. I'm doing the apps, not by choice really, but only because I don't go out as much as I used to. So I feel like that's the only way I'm going to meet people. And my friends, for whatever reason, hate me and don't introduce me to anybody. Just kidding. Love you guys so much. But everyone that they know is married already. So I want to know, are you guys settling in some sort of capacity? Because how are you guys finding these people? How are you guys in these loving relationships? It doesn't make sense. And I need somebody to tell me.
Until you change your attitude.
Because we were just focus on yourself. Your day is coming. Is so annoying, especially when it comes from people who have never been single a day in their life. They change relationships more than they change underwear. So I just want to know, is it me? Now, again, I know I don't look like a model. I understand. I'm not shooting above my range, but it's Jesus Christ, do I really have to lower the standards that much? It's what it's feeling like.
You just said your problem. Do I have to lower my standards that much? Yes, you do. You do have to lower your standards. Your standards are here. You have them here. That's the problem with most of you. The other ladies didn't have the same problems you have, right? Because I can look at them and see the problems you have. You mentioned you've been in situationships. The reason why you've been in situationships is because I can tell you know how to do yourself up, right? I can tell this is your down day. Only thing, though, I'm looking at the face, fat still. You gotta understand. Look, men, I can tell from the way you're talking, you're a busybody. You see how fast you talk? Busybody. Mind always racing. So what does that mean? What are you most likely doing? You're most likely challenging a man. You're already talking about, do I have to settle that much? Sounds like a challenge. It does. And it shows. I'm looking at your TikTok. Look at the other TikToks, and everyone will agree with me, right? The other woman, you can clearly see, okay, I see the problem. With you, you started talking, I see the problem, right? That's what happened. It was different. It was a lot different. The other woman, it seemed like they were clueless. Like they don't have somebody telling them the truth. You don't have a clue. You're clueless, but in a different way. Because you don't see that you need to, and you said it. Do I have to lower my standards that low? Yes. To find love, standards got to come down, and you got to pick a person up. Because that's what men do all the time. And you won't understand until you really find love and you realize, because that's what happens when you get married. I have to lower myself down here, pick my partner up, and then my partner will pick me up as well. And that's what it's all about.
Teamwork is dream work, right?
It's all about teamwork. But you seem like you're not ready to participate with any team saying I need to lower my standards that low. Yes, you do.
31.
Oh, here we go again.
Over 27, unmarried, female. What do you call this lady? 剩女, which means leftover women.
I've never had a boyfriend. I still live at home with my parents, and I used to be so embarrassed, so ashamed, and just totally felt like something was completely wrong with me. Like, why am I one of the only people that struggle with this? But over the year, I have realized that I'm not alone. And what I've done to make myself feel better about this is I've changed my mindset around being single, around not having a boyfriend yet, around still living at home with my parents at the age of 31. And instead of feeling sorry for myself and pitying myself, which is what I've done a lot in the past, I instead have changed my mindset to be like, things will happen when they're meant to happen. And I have not met my right person yet because I'm not ready for him. And I have not met my partner yet because I have been working on myself to get to a position where they have also been working on themselves. So if you're also single, if you've never been in a relationship, if you're still living with your parents and you're figuring your life out, or maybe you're happy doing that, don't feel like you're behind in life because you absolutely aren't. We're all on our own timelines.
It's too late. It's too late.
And I just want you to know that it's okay to feel sad and to feel lonely and to feel like you're behind, but I just want to remind you that you're absolutely not alone, okay?
Yeah, she didn't bite the independence pill at all. She's totally dependent. She's never going to grow up. And I'm sure she doesn't see how that's an issue, but it is. Because you get in a relationship with her, she's like a small child. I bet you she doesn't even do dishes at home. I bet you she doesn't cook nothing. She's still relying on mommy. I bet you. Her mother's probably 60 years old because, you know, white people tend to have the kids older, right? Mom's probably 60, 65, 70. Who knows? Maybe she's doing it, but I doubt it. Just mooching, and she's going to want to do the same thing with the man she gets with. Why? Why are you still living with your parents at 31 as a woman? Yes, I said as a woman because that does happen to men. It does. But it's a lot different with ladies. Why? Ladies mature faster. It's like you miss your mark. And a guy's going to have a headache dealing with you. But we already know guys are most likely never going to deal with you anyway. Because you look like a man right now with the coat on. I'm sorry, guys. It's visible. You can see everything that I'm explaining. I'm not bashing. You can see it. And most of these ladies never have a shot. Especially because men, they're not going for this. Men are already holding the line, and then they see you don't have a chance. You don't. But yeah, guys, thank y'all for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next video. Peace out.